Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Candlecast. It's the second one of the series. Today we have one of my favorites, a Fig and Magnolia candle. Just keeping us nice and well scented.
Didn't I have to look up what Magnolia was last time?
Yes. No, I think it was Fig. I think both.
No, I know what a fig is.
Well, yeah. Well, Fig Magnolia is, well, I'll say it again. They take a fig Newton, put the flower inside it, and they light it on fire. And that's the candle.
Pretty sure that's how I was conceived.
I don't know how the reproductive process would work for that, but I'm going to take your word for it and say good on you, my man.
I'm almost certain I just came to existence at like 17 years old.
It feels like that sometimes, right?
Dude, I look back on my childhood and I'm like, did that actually happen, or was that just a series of fever dreams that have been reoccurring?
Oh, yeah, I have a lot of moments where, like, that didn't happen, and then my mom's like, oh, no, it did. And I'm like, yeah, oh, all right.
Or, like, I'll hit my mom with the fucking, like, hey, do you remember when this happened? She'd be like, no, that never happened. And I'm like, 100% certain it did, but, you know, I don't know, maybe she's gaslighting me.
She could be. I have a lot of stories for that, but first, this is actually the Frying Pan Podcast. It's not even your favorite pop culture podcast anymore, it's just your favorite podcast. Especially your dog's favorite podcast.
And it's your cat's third favorite podcast.
Yeah, your cat's third favorite, because his number one's the Purrcast. That's a real thing.
Purrcast?
That's a real thing.
That's
the
actually
Purrcast.
a pretty flowy name.
Yeah, it's cute. But
has a nice ring to it. That's what I was looking for, not flowy.
It's me, Irish Fold Seer, and I'm here with my other cat brethren. Yeah, try and think of a cat name off the top.
Yeah,
like
that's not going for it. Maine Coon D'Onofrio over
good.
Here.
Yeah, all I knew was Maine Coon, Siamese, and Irish Fold. Or Scottish Fold, sorry. Tabby, you're right.
Tabby, that is it.
That's all.
That is.
I'm sure there's some others.
I'm gonna be real. I can look at like dogs and be like, oh, those are definitely dogs. Like, you know, insert breed of
species,
dog.
yeah.
But then
breed rather.
Hit me with a cat though. I'll be like, is it long and fluffy? That's probably a Maine Coon.
It's literally like,
calico? No, that's a pattern, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's like you have your black cats, your white cats, your orange cats, and then your spotted cats, and those are the four main groups.
Well, then there's the naked ones, the like Sphinx cats.
Oh, those are cute. I like when people take pictures of them with like hoodies on. I think it's adorable.
Okay, have you actually held one before?
It doesn't. It feels like holding like your ball sack, like straight up.
It actually has the texture of a
ball sack
of the
testicles.
Yeah, it really does.
It's not
Munchkin cats.
Oh, Munchkin cats. That's true.
Those are cute.
Backtracking to when you were talking about ask my mom if something happened. One thing I remember from my childhood that I'll never forget. I had a childhood friend. I won't name his name. We'll call him Scott.
Dox him. Is his name actually Scott?
No, it's not
You're
actually
just
Scott.
saying we'll call him Scott.
Yeah.
I do that all the time, dude.
We'll call him Ryan. Ryan, insert last name.
Yeah.
But, we used to have Yu-Gi-Oh! Battles at recess, and that was a lot of fun. And I remember he took my, you remember the three, like, you had Obelisk, you had the yellow one, and there was the red one? For Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards?
Slyther was the red one.
I think Slyther, yeah. So he ripped up my Slyther card because he lost and he got mad. And I'll never forgive him for it. And the other thing I won't forgive him for is he stole my Pokemon Diamond. And he never admitted to it, even though all the Pokemons had the same name as the ones I named them. And I had like 2 shinies. And he also had those same 2 shinies. And I'm like, hey buddy, that's mine. And there's no one I could go to because I couldn't go to a teacher because they're just like, I do not fucking care.
You got video game at school?
Yeah. Well, this is back in like early 2000s. You play video games? But back then it wasn't just gonna rot your brain. It was just like...
Okay, it was killing me. I'm sorry. I had to look up. It was Obelisk, Slyther, and then Ra.
Ra.
Yeah, the Winged Dragon Ra. That was actually gonna kill me if I didn't know what the third one was.
I understand. Yeah, because I saw you like typing away at something and I was like, what's he,
It was a very ambitious Google.
What did you Google?
3 big Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I had to do some scrolling, I won't lie.
I understand. You know, it's real bad if you Well, now I'm thinking about it. Have you ever Googled something and you've actually gone to like the second or third page of Google?
Back when I was a youngin' in middle school and it was like, I'm doing research for a project and I can't use Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, I'm convinced if I go past page 2, it's just the dark web.
Oh, if you ever get to like page 5, you'll probably find like organs for sale. Which I'm just spitballing. It's not like I know that or anything.
My kidney's up there for like 120k. Go buy it, please.
Yeah. If anyone's going to give it a longer, you give me 4,200. But it's just if you listen to podcasts on like 2 times speed, that's a little unfortunate. But if you listen, if you're a fucking freak and you listen to podcasts on 0.5 speed, then you'd understand that. So you got it.
Jesus. You know, I actually read something recently. I couldn't tell you the exact numbers. But there was someone ran the numbers on how much blood you would actually have to harvest from people to then take the iron out of the blood to then make a sword with it.
Oh, what?
It was a very interesting set of calculations.
I'm sorry, was this an article or just like a Reddit post?
Well, it wasn't like, hey, we actually went and did this.
No, I know, but like I'm just thinking of who the fuck would go through the trouble of trying to figure out the sabermetrics of it.
Well, there's a really popular subreddit called, like, They Did the Math.
Oh, okay, that's true.
And they'll just literally do the random-ass math you've ever, like, seen. It's actually a very good subreddit just to have casually following.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know it took 400 people to make a sword out of iron. That's just a spitball. Honestly, I don't remember. But it is.
I'd say there's only one way for us to find out.
Put it into action.
Yes. Well, we had the people in, was it Essex? They did, their part. They got the 39 people. Oh. Wait. I'll have to edit that out. That wasn't us.
That wasn't us.
But.
I don't even think we have that in our topics this week either.
No, it isn't, but I had it in last week's, and I was like, ooh, it's gory and spooky for Halloween.
And then in reality, it's just like 39 people found in a freezer truck.
Yeah, it's like, is that what the people want to hear?
Let's have fun having a tangent on that one.
I'm leaving it in. Fuck it. I mean...
No, you gotta leave this in.
Yeah, I have to. Well, until, like, miraculously, the FBI is like, oh, they did have a connection to it. And it's like...
Turns out it was like our uncle's cousin. We're actually related, believe it or not.
Apparently now, yes.
In this scenario, we completely are. Well, by blood and marriage.
Yes.
Wait.
What,
anything for the Roman Empire.
Anything to take back the Holy Land, you know?
Jesus Christ.
Deuce fault.
Deus Vult.
That reminds me of one for honor.
What does Deus Vult even mean? That means God wills it, right?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it means God wills it.
I would have to ask Benjamin on that one, to be fair. that man would know.
Shout out to our friend Benjamin, who we've had on the podcast before. He's a knight. He's a Templar.
That man sent me a video of, like, 3 years ago. A video game called For Honor came out, and it's like medieval fighting. And he got really sucked into the lore of, you know, knights and the Holy Land and such. So he did a project on it in front of his whole class.
Yo, I would have had I witnessed actually a couple video game and anime presentations in my time.
Oh, that's ambitious.
It was weird. Like, one of the popular kids, like, even on the football team, came in and did a Naruto presentation. And I literally was like that SpongeBob caveman meme in the back of the class, just like, huh?
Who?
Huh?
Other people watch this?
People know about Naruto?
And then, like, you're in the back of the class, you're throwing up the hand sign, he's like, I'm not that fucking into it, you weirdo.
I'm over here fucking summoning Jitsu, like...
He looks back, he's like, oh, you're doing the hand things, right?
No, sign language, you fucking weirdo.
You go to like, someone at a podium, they're giving a speech, and there's someone's doing, like, the hand signals, and you're like, no, it's this, and you start doing, like, summoning jutsu, and it's like, oh, sir, that is sign language.
I actually saw, like, a horrible meme of, I think it was, like a translator for, like, a Mandela speech. And it was, like, as they were doing the hand signals, they kept adding the particle effects to one of the, like, abilities. And then the final subtext on Like the hand signal was just the name of the ability, and I just ugly laughed at that.
Yeah, no, that one's gross, but I do like it.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see the one where I think it was the 2 Chainz concert? Or no, it was a Waka Flocka Flame concert.
Are you talking about when they had a translator for the flame?
They had a translator for the Waka Flocka Flame, and she's like getting into it, so she's like, it looks like she's just throwing gang signs at this point.
It
like,
really does.
She's bopping to the music, and I was like, oh, okay.
Could you imagine if like it was Waka Flocka's idea too? He's like, you know what? Our deaf listeners really need to hear what this is.
Could you imagine like being an artist and just like, all right, we need to appeal to the deaf community. I don't know how my music is going to get to them. And it's like,
well, I actually heard something that like very drum and bass stuff is popular among the deaf community just because they can feel that more than anything.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. But I was just looking at a very like ignorant aspect. You know what I mean? Thank you for the response.
Yeah, no. I've been trying to think of what the actual like term is for when deaf people like have appreciation for music, because I think there's a term for it. Also, I just noticed, why the hell is the Nike Air just upside down?
Oh, on my sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Oh, because I always buy these hoodies and I never knew what it said on the front, but now I can look down and I can see what my sweatshirt says.
That's really what it's gotta be like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm living my best life, my man.
It threw me off, and it's definitely because I've been looking at your chest since we started the podcast, trying to read it, and it just occurred to me that it's upside down writing.
Or is it just because like I'm really swollen? You're like, wow, chest day's really been paying off, Dan.
Speaking of chest day, I went home.
Yeah.
And like I felt good, but I woke up today, and anytime I brought my arms forward, I was like,
Yeah.
Mostly because I haven't done chest days in like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's like when you miss a day and then you miss a day in the week and then you try to hit it next week. It feels like you've never done it ever. Like it just kind of smacks you all at once. Here let's get uplifting real quick.
Uplifting? Well, which one?
Well, we're gonna go with popular YouTuber MrBeast, aka I spend a lot of money and I make pretty good videos.
I love MrBeast.
He's basically started like a new initiative. It's called Team Trees, where he's getting a bunch of people to donate to a foundation to plant a bunch of trees. And we've got people such as basically every popular YouTuber. The creator of Shopify, which is like Teespring, that jazz, where like you sell your stuff to them. He donated $1 million.
I think Ecuador also donated. Like the country.
The country,
Ecuador.
yeah. He donated $1 million.
Elon donated
$1 million.
So basically what this is this initiative is #TeamTrees is for every $1 you donate, 1 tree will be planted. And I believe the project starts officially in 2020, like the actual planting. And honestly, it's great how like the whole internet community and then some are coming over. Like I was reading some of the messages because you can actually go to the Team Trees website and like see the messages that people post.
Yep.
Like so far, 12,946,953 trees have been planted. Or I believe, I'm not sure if that means they're actually planted. I think it means like those have been paid for.
Yeah, they
will
going
be planted.
to. Yeah.
But like some of the messages are like really funny. Some of them are really cute. Like there was one from the person's name was just Mom, and their message was, "I want my kids to know the world I grew up in," and that just like melted my heart to read.
Well, we also have Sina who says, "I like breathing," who donated at 4:20 p.m.
Dude, it's actually the memes people are creating with these are hysterical. Like someone donated for 1 tree and they're like, "I plan to hang myself off this tree."
Oh my god!
And it was the funniest shit of my life.
Oh, okay, Boomers donated 15 trees and said, "Touch my trees and I'll break your knees."
They really are funny.
Yeah, it's a thing where people can just shitpost, but they're shitposting for a good cause.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, why not?
No, and I don't know. I really like the integration it's going with, and this all started with this guy, MrBeast, who is started as just a YouTuber, I guess. You know, he's grown a lot over the last few years, but he's been he's always kind of been pushing that positivity, you know, try and make people's days better initiative.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, I just blanked what I was going to say.
It's okay.
But I do remember now because I'm just stupid. My brain is on like a 3-minute delay.
It's actually just the ketamine. It slows you
It
down.
could be the ketamine.
Or creatine. There we go.
Yeah, but I think this is probably the best thing I've seen come from someone like using their platform for the best they can.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of people do like charity streams or like just big, long endeavors to make money for a good cause. But this one is going above and beyond.
Oh, yeah. It's probably one of the best initiatives I've seen, honestly. Just because it's so, like, he used his platform, like you said, but then because it's such an altruistic cause, like, everyone jumped in on it, like, I like the environment, let me prove it by donating.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not really a bragging right thing at this point, but it's a really good cause.
And it's also just like a super easy thing. Like, it's like, you want to plant a tree? And I'm like, sure, next. And it's like, give me a name, phone number. And
Well,
it's like, yeah.
It's also, like, kind of fights that, like, we, in our society, we kind of get made fun of for, like, we have that, like, that repost or retweet or like and share thing when tragedies happen, where we, like, we think that we don't actually end up helping, but we talk about it and don't do anything. So this is using that same platform to actually do something.
Exactly.
Which is nice.
Entirely with it. Oh, you might have heard the keys, and that's just because we are going to donate 20. Because that's us. I donated like 5.
I donated 5 too.
Because I was like, it's easy, but we'll do 20 for the podcast because, you know, we're just making so much fucking money.
We should
it's
do
crazy.
it under the frying pan podcast.
I'm already ahead of you, dude.
Oh my
Come on.
gosh.
And then people are going to be like, oh, podcast Tony, and then they check us out. So actually, I'm abusing this to promote us.
5 trees a day from the frying pan podcast.
Every hour I post, or every hour I do $1, and then it's like, it's me again. Listen to the fucking podcast. I don't care about these trees.
We could do that.
We could.
Fuck it, let's do it.
You know, honestly, it's work, but it's an honest day's work.
Remember, it's No Nut November.
Ooh.
I saw someone say, for all you people that don't give a shit about No Nut November, it's like that dumb internet thing of you can't get off during November. I'm gonna leave it at that.
No sex, no masturbation.
Yeah, I hate that word for some reason.
It doesn't roll off the tongue nicely.
No, it really doesn't. Anyways, someone said if you fail, you have to donate 1 tree for every day that you failed. Mm-hmm. And I like that.
Yeah, it's a good initiative from the kids. And I don't know, it's like, it's hard to get people onto something, but if you can include memes or popular YouTubers, every fucking millennial's on board.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, it's my time to shine. Oh, I love it. It's like how Minecraft's coming back.
Captain Climate Change donated 1 tree and said leave the fridge open and to stop global warming.
I like it. Oh, shit. What else we got on the menu today?
This is my tooth fairy money. That's so cute.
That is adorable. Here's a quick one. The World Series already happened, but...
The what?
The World Series, baseball.
What's baseball?
Nobody watches it anymore, so there was, shout out to the Washington Nationals, won the World Series. They have a 100% win rate in the World Series.
Have they only gone to 1?
Yes.
All right.
It was their first one.
The way you said that while looking at me, I was like, all right, there's something for me to get here.
You're like, oh, so their first one? I'm like, oh no, they're 500 for 500.
They're the Patriots of the World Series.
Literally. But there was a woman, I think her name was like Julia Ann. Not a porn star, but it sounds like a porn star name.
Dude, I've been hearing a lot of random porn star sounding names lately, and it turns out they're like a politician.
Yeah, it's really weird. But she was sitting behind the dugout, and she flashed the picture on TV, and now she can't go to any baseball games ever again. Which,
well, too bad it wasn't in like Nevada and Colorado, where they were like, nah, you can do that.
Yeah. Well,
okay, here's the thing. If it is live TV and it's aired across the U.S. and I could make the case that like you don't want your kids seeing boobs that early.
It's definitely probably not like the best thing, but it's also one of those things where baseball's kind of dying. so no one really cares all that much.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine they did it just for the sponsors, for the money more than anything.
Well, I think she did it for like an actual initiative. I think it was like a free the nipple kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like flashing yourself on live TV just draws more attention to yourself than it's worth, though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
personally,
she has a platform. I think she has like 300,000 followers on Instagram or something.
I mean, I'd put that in the same vein as like streaking in a soccer game. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, you're kind of weird for doing it, but like maybe if I was there, I would cheer. I don't know.
It's one of those things where you're like, it happened, but a lot of like memes spawned from it, like because people took pictures that were sitting next to her, and there's like a couple where one of the dude's faces, like he was insanely mad about it. He was like, you see him like angrily screaming in the picture.
I'm trying to watch baseball.
Yeah, and then the two people next to them were just like and like dabbing each other up.
Boom.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
it's just such like a stupid thing that I wanted to just mention last week, but we were pretty spooky last week. I didn't want to ruin the mojo, you know?
We want to spook you out with boobs, because women are scary.
Right? It's like that meme where they write a like boob on the mirror, and it's like, that's just not doing it. And then they like take out the B, and it's like, oh.
Yes, I completely agree. I actually said women are scary today in conversation. I was like, I think we were talking about like socializing with the opposite sex and like how it becomes more and more normal.
Yeah.
And someone said, yeah, I mean, like before in middle school or high school, I'd burst into flames just to talk to, just talking to a girl. But then I was like, wait, you don't? Women are scary. And then literally the girl that I was talking to was like, but you're talking to me right now. I'm like, no, hello, I'm talking over your shoulder and you're eavesdropping.
Yeah, it's like, this is a me and me conversation.
Yeah,
you're just a bystander.
Yeah, honestly, you just happen to be saying exactly what I'm thinking, so I'm responding to how you're thinking I would be saying to you.
Yeah, another news, Sarah, can you back the fuck up out of this conversation right now?
Actually, Steph, if you wouldn't mind, just like, how about you go and fuck yourself, please?
Please, thank you.
Yeah, and to you, Carissa, like,
Carissa,
go away.
Bye-bye.
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 This is an A&A conversation, so go B and C yourself out of here.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. It's like, I'm gonna go be slightly schizophrenic and talk myself in the corner. Just don't worry about
Hey,
me.
if you do it in the dad way, you're fine. As long as you grumble to yourself angrily, it's okay.
Yeah, but you had to be, like, incoherent. Otherwise, you're schizophrenic.
Yeah, you can't be audible, and you can't be making sense.
If you want the dad to grumble, you gotta walk away. Just
Millennials call me a boomer.
Bobby wouldn't help me take out the trash even though it's a one-man job.
Speaking of the word boomer and using boomer as an insult, I saw something on Twitter that was like, calling people boomers is like saying the N-word.
I saw that.
And then like someone responded with the John Mulaney thing of, if you say the blank word and not the actual word, but you say the actual word for the other thing, you know which one's worse.
Yeah. If you're offended by being called a boomer, I don't
you're just
think
a fucking boomer.
Yeah, you're just a boomer. I don't think
just
it's
a
on the
boomer.
same level of being black and being called the N-word. I don't think you have that right.
No, because if you're a boomer, it's an undeniable fact, you freaking boomer.
Yeah. A little unlucky, I'd say. But, hey, we can segue into another good topic. You slapped this one in last week.
Oh, North Carolina man wins lottery on the way to his last cancer treatment.
North Carolina man.
My eyes crossed heavy, and I was gonna read North Carolina cancer. Anyways, speaking of lottery.
Speaking of the lottery, you're doing it right now.
Speaking of the lottery.
Okay.
So I work at a gas station, obviously, and I sell a lot of lottery tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And I get people coming in all the time that are like, if I win, I'll come back and help you out. And, at first I was like, oh, thanks, I'd really appreciate that. But now I'm like, I heard it so much, I'm like, yeah, you definitely will. But my recent thing is, if they go, hope I win, I'll be like, well, if you do, I know your face and I'll find you.
I like that, actually.
It's very aggressive.
Or you just, you hit them with the reality, and they're like, well, I hope I win. It's like, well, you have a 1 in 10 bazillion chance of winning, so it probably won't happen, but I hope you can get $2 back.
Oh, dude, it's actually great when people complain about not winning.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's the name of the game. But then they're like, the lottery slogans, if you won't win if you don't play. It's like, yeah, Well, there's a reason why the prize pool gets so big, because people don't win.
Also, I'm pretty sure like McDonald's had a "Eat Happy, Eat Healthy" slogan for a while.
True.
And that's not.
You know that our very own CT lottery got one recently, which hasn't been won in like 2 years, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was interesting.
Was it you?
You saw my Lambo that I pulled up in?
Yeah, imagine going over the speed bumps in a Lamborghini in this complex.
Yo,
You couldn't. You actually couldn't.
the car would probably crack at the half.
Yeah, your front bumper would just...
If I did win a decent chunk of money, I'd probably just get a Tesla. Because, like,
Facts.
green cars.
Yeah.
Or a Prius.
I'm with that.
I told my family when I was looking for a car, like, hey, if you find a Prius, like, might as well.
That's what I said.
And then I instantly got hit with are you trying to just get blown off the highway? I'm like, well, you make a good point.
It's like, well, while I'm still on the highway and they gotta pull off for gas, I will have the last laugh.
Exactly. Idiots.
But, we had a topic I think we initially brought up.
Did we? I don't think so. North Carolina man wins lottery on his way to his last cancer treatment. It was on a scratch ticket. I think he won like $100,000, like $200,000. I actually can't sell it because I don't have the article open yet.
$200,000, 157,000 euros, if you know.
And I just thought it was a very uplifting thing because it literally was on his way to his last cancer treatment. And his response though was kind of sad. It was like, yeah, I'll probably use this to pay for my, for some of my bills. And that kind of made me sad. Well, but, good for him, because he won't be in medical debt.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, he's still pretty much, he wipes away his debt, and now he's, cancer. Well, I don't know if he's cancer-free. I don't think it says in the article, but if so, very cool.
It was, I don't know, he was really cool. He's like, ring this made my lucky day. He's really, like, nice and chill about it.
Yeah.
It was, I think there was a woman that won, like, $1.5 million when she had cancer. She just retired, which was nice.
That's very nice.
And he goes like, I saw those zeros and froze. Like, shit, man. I would probably like keel over if I won anything like over $100.
Yeah.
Not that I ever played the lottery. Actually, someone did buy me a lottery ticket at my job.
Oh yeah.
So like, it was a CT lotto, so that jackpot's only at $1 million. But could you imagine if your boy got $1 million?
I wonder. Well, in reality, you'd get like 600,000 because the state hates everyone.
Yeah, but
still very cool.
I would I'd probably honestly get fucked just because the way because I'm going to college.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, "What's that? You have money now?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "No, I'm investing it.
I want some."
Yeah, for real.
I think if I had, let's say, like 200,000, I would definitely probably just move somewhere and take like 2 years off. It's not smart, but it's what I do.
Honestly, I'd probably just invest like the vast majority of it and then just buy myself something fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because, like, that's a good chunk just to invest and hopefully have grow for you.
Well, yeah, if you slap, like, say you got 200,000, you're slapping at least like 50,000 into like what... I think you definitely have to do your research on what you're actually investing in.
Honestly, at that amount, I'd probably just pay someone to do it for me.
You definitely could, probably.
Yeah.
That is people's jobs out
there. That
is
people's jobs. Can't imagine having that kind of job because it'd be so stressful dealing with that amount of money. I'm so stressed with the amount of money I deal with at my job, which actually I've been doing the math for recently. It's actually a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah, gas stations make a lot of money, man. Yeah,
if you ever want to rob me, come down.
I don't know if you want that as an open invite, but then again, I said we had partaked in killing 39 people, so...
Yeah. Well,
pick your poison.
I mean, all I'm saying is I'm legally obligated to curb stomp anyone that attempts to rob the store.
It's gonna sound like stupid, but I've always wanted to been put in like a life or death situation like that. I've run through those scenarios so many times in my free time that I'm like, there's no way I could lose. But also in all the scenarios, I'm fighting like grown ass men with like the strength of a toddler. Like, I always picture myself...
like a hulking 6'4" guy that's got noodle arms.
Yeah, like, The Rock walks up to me, like, the size of The Rock, but he tries to, like, beat me up, and I just, like, pick him up and break him over my knee.
He's made out of paper
Yeah, like, I'm taking the cardboard cutout of The Rock and just bothering him.
Sorry about that.
Hey, it's fine. I preferred it.
You preferred it?
Yeah. Just keep coughing, actually. For the rest of the podcast, just keep coughing.
You want another work-related story, actually, that's kind of funny?
Sure.
So, I kept squeaking my shoes at work to annoy my bosses, because, like... It was a Sunday morning, and, well, I was bored.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept squeaking them, and he was like, if you keep fucking squeaking your shoes, I will cut your feet off at the ankles. And I'm like,
Jesus.
okay, bet. An hour goes by, and he does something annoying, and I literally, like, the loudest screech that comes out of my shoes. He's like, he hops off the ladder, walks over to me, kneels down, and he goes, take off your fucking shoes. Give me your fucking shoes right the fuck now. And he takes them and puts them in the safe.
Your boss just has a foot fetish.
Dude, I shit you not, I was without shoes for 2 hours at work.
That's uncomfortable.
It was actually really fucking funny, though.
Yeah, I could imagine, like, people in the not restaurant, but, like, the gas station, and just like, give me the fucking shoes now!
Dude, it was so funny. And I was like, as he was ripping them off my feet, and I was just laughing while he was doing that, and my other boss is laughing in the corner. It was, big funny. Work related.
I love just, like, being stupid with how I describe things. Like, big funny, you just like, oh, it was a funny time. Or just like, oh, I got a good laugh. Or just, say, oh, I could easily say, oh, I'm relaxing, but it's, no, I'm big chillin'.
You know, someone says they were feeling kind of down because their pet was in, like, surgery.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, dude, that's big sad. I'm sorry.
It's big sad.
And they looked at me kind of funny, and they were like, yeah, dude. It's sad. It's sad vibe hours.
Yeah, like, they're looking at you, and they're like, yeah, it's kind of, what did you say? Did you say big sad?
Big sad.
What is...
You mean, like really sad? No, big sad. Man.
Big sad. So is that, like, you feel bad, or... Man, it's just big sad.
It's
all
big
around.
sad hours, man.
Like, on God, no cap. It's a big sad.
On God, no cap. On cap, no God.
No God. Speaking of no God in the workplace, circling back to you.
Okay.
Amazon is one of the most dangerous employers in the world.
Okay, so this comes from, I know this recently occurred because some guy basically had a heart attack on the floor, and he was not noticed for like 20 minutes. Now, the caveat to this is that Amazon, like, he had a coworker that came out and said he dropped below production, and or he put a wrong item, I think, in somewhere, and within 2 minutes there was a manager over reprimanding him. Right? Jesus. Yeah, we just got sent something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, like, that's kind of like why this was such a big deal, is because when they can catch something like that within 2 minutes and send someone over, yet he, like, keels on the floor, and they don't send anyone over. But, so I've worked at an Amazon warehouse. I'm not sure if I talked about this on the podcast. Have I?
Maybe in the beginning, but you can keep going.
So I've worked there. This was probably 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So not when it was so bad, but they were, I hate to use this term, but they kind of were like slave drivers on the productivity, because they had, like, it was all computer mapped, so they would see your numbers and you would see your numbers, and you just felt anxious constantly because you were trying to keep your number above the level and where they wouldn't putz over to you and be like, hey, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah.
And I'd hit him with well, you know what? I've been here for 8 hours. I'm kind of tired. And they'd be like, well, you gotta keep up the work. Dude, honestly, working in an Amazon warehouse is probably the worst thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I'd probably equivalent it to, like, working in a sweatshop in Indonesia making, like, Nike shoes. Maybe with a little more pay, but...
Like, the pay was okay. It's just, like, it's so mentally draining, and because the way they view productivity, you really don't feel like an employee. You just feel like a cog in the machine. Mm. And that's not a really good feeling when you start thinking about it.
No, it's awful.
Honestly, it wouldn't be so bad if they let you have, like, headphones in or something. Like, if I could just listen to an audiobook the whole time,
yeah,
I wouldn't have gave a shit.
I mean, it still would have fucking sucked, but
I mean,
it would have helped.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing is they were recently included on the Dirty Dozen list, which I imagine is just like shittiest companies, and it said it's citing its high incident of worker suicide attempts, and then overworked employees would pee in bottles to avoid punishments, and that they just had poor treatment of contract and temporary workers, which is great.
Dude, it's a bad company. I remember I got reprimanded twice. The first time I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I was like, meek about it. The second time, though, they were like, hey, your numbers are dropping. I'm like, yeah, they are. And, like, they didn't know what to do at that. Like, I was just like, yeah, they are. You want to help? Like, that's literally what I said. That's obviously when I ultimately stopped working there. I think it was like 2 days after that incident.
Yeah. Well, you worked there, and then our other friend worked third shift there. God bless his soul. That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen anyone do.
You know, man made bank for that 1 week he lasted, though.
All right, our friend, he won't listen to this, so it won't matter. He was a college student.
Friend.
He would go to school like, let's say 9. He'd go like 9 to 4ish.
Yeah, 9 to 2, and then he would have another job from 2 to 6.
Yeah, 9 to 2. Yeah, 9 to 2. He'd leave there, go to the other job, which was just like being camp counselor-esque, kind of like an after-school teacher kind of thing.
After-school program. Yeah. He made sure kids didn't die, essentially.
Yeah, and would just cream them in kickball. And then he'd leave from that, go home for an hour, and then work like 8 to 5, sleep from 5 to sleep like 2 hours. And then he was like, oh no, it's not that bad, I can make it work. And then on the third day, we finally get to talk to him, like, hey man, how's it going? And I've never seen a more lifeless husk of a person walking around.
You know what was great, though? Sometimes when I'd go into my shift, I would see him leaving his shift, and, like, his face would be the most downcast thing of, like, I'm so fucking tired. I'm saying the F word a lot this episode, I apologize. Anyways, and then he would, like, give me, like, the wave and smile, and then instantly he would set back into the sadness. I imagine he drove home asleep the majority of the time.
Oh, probably. But
yeah, screw Amazon, honestly. If you're thinking of if you really need work, you can don't make it a job that you're going to be long term at, cuz it'll destroy you mentally and physically.
Yeah. And the best part is, like, they have commercials of like people working on the floor at Amazon, and it's like all of them sound as if they have guns to their head. They do not sound...
We love working at Amazon. They care about us.
Yeah, it's like, they really want to see me succeed.
These 4-day work weeks really help with getting stuff done. What's that? We're so tired from them because it's 40 hours of pure freaking dumb shit that we can't do anything anyways?
Yeah, they're like, these 4-day work weeks really help. It's like, well, they didn't know that they were working 15-hour days.
Yeah, I remember when they're like, yeah, mandatory overtime, 12 hours. I'm like, but I want to go home.
Yeah, I want milk. I don't want it.
I don't want to do it. And they're like, it's mandatory. You know, I'm surprised I stuck with it for so long, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good Christmas, actually, because I worked at, like from November to, like, January.
Yep.
So I made, like, a decent bit of money from that time, like, more, because that was, like, my first full-time job.
Yeah.
But once I got past that caveat of, wow, $600 a week, it was then replaced with, wow, is this what hating my life in the workplace is like? I am so afraid of being an adult.
Yeah, no, literally. That, like, seeing shit like that, because I've had so many friends, like, work shitty jobs where they make more money, but they're just never happy, ever. Mm. And I'm like, hey, man, try and find something you might enjoy. Maybe pay a little less. And it's like, no, the money's too good. And it's like,
well, Tanner, you're fucking depressed.
It's like, all right, well, enjoy wrinkles at 23.
Yeah, for real. You know your hair falling out? Probably because of the job.
Yeah. You didn't dye your hair gray, did you?
Jeez, don't. Oh, that's a hot button topic for me. I've been getting more and more grays.
You look good.
Dude, what if I get salt and pepper by like 26?
I think salt and pepper beard looks nice.
I got a ginger beard, bro. It's gonna be white when I'm old, okay?
A little salt and paprika beard.
Salt and paprika. I like that.
Thank you. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best.
Dude, what? You know, it'd be like that sometimes.
Do you want to talk about Dave Chappelle?
I do actually. Well, all right, let me bring the tap over here. The top over here.
Set the scene.
Raindrop, drop top.
Okay. You good?
Remember that song?
Sadly.
There's a lot of songs that have been just popping in the dome lately, like Caribou by Tech Nine. That was a...
Never listened to it.
I played it in the Discord.
I know, it's just I've never listened to Tech Nine.
Okay. So, Dave Chappelle... First off, I believe the hold on, let me look at the actual name. It was the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. And this was 2 Sundays ago, I believe. And I want to say congratulations to him. I think he's a really funny guy. A lot of his early specials and shows are really freaking good. And I like that he always kind of trended that line on race comedy to where, like, he kind of brought people together on the laugh without being hateful.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, he's definitely like one of the best people for comedy where you can say what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
And you shouldn't be censored. Like
and you could tell he's not hateful about it.
Yeah,
you know?
there's definitely like saying edgy things just to be edgy, but then there's a difference of like tasteful, edgy humor.
So the main topic though is in his speech, he defends freedom of speech and like is really against this cancel culture that we have.
No, cancel culture is kind of bullshit. I mean, obviously for people like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein.
So
like,
there's
shit like that. It's fine.
There's a quote that I would like to say.
Yes.
I don't get mad at him. Don't hate him. He's like, this is pertinent to like saying to comedians known to be racist.
And
he goes, man, it's not that serious. The First Amendment is the first for a reason. Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out. And honestly, I don't really want to get on the gun side of it, but I feel like that's actually a really educated quote and a very good way to look at that, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about this before. Comedy suffers so much from this political correctness movement that we've had the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And I'm all for being, more proper with the way we talk to each other. But when people can't realize that comedy is comedy, it's not hate, that's when I kind of get really aggravated at that type of culture, when I start being more cynical with the cancel culture, and don't really want to side with people that usually would be right in a social sense, but really can't take a joke, for the lack of a better way of phrasing.
Yeah, I have a hard time getting behind cancel culture with, like, especially with comedians, except for that one dude with SNL that, he got fired for making, like, Asian racist jokes, and he was like, no, it was all in comedy, but it was like, they weren't tasteful or good, it was just, like, straight up being racist. Like, shit like that doesn't fly, but if you just make, like, you can make offensive jokes, and if you get offended, that's honestly on you, and it shouldn't be everyone else's problem.
Exactly. He even agreed, like, political correctness has its place. We all want to live in a society, or a polite society. We just kind of have to work on levels of coming to an agreement of what that actually looks like.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's also a really, good thing to say. Like, his level of political correctness really isn't the same as, gosh, what was that term that you called those people like 3 years ago that SJWs? Boomers, yep, no. Like, that's the thing. Like, not everyone has the same level of what they deem to be not correct.
Yeah.
Socially. And, I kind of like how he finished it with the I personally am not afraid of other people's freedom of expression. I don't use it as a weapon. It just makes me feel better, and I'm sorry if I hurt anybody. And then he goes, yada yada, everything I'm supposed to say.
Yeah.
Because that's really how it is sometimes. I feel like you just are forced into saying shit that you don't really mean for the sake of not appearing to be an asshole when you weren't even an asshole in the first place.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Well, what was it? When his latest special came out, and like the audience score on Rotten Tomato was 100%, but the critics' view of it was like, this is dog shit. It's just offensive. It's like, that's not the case.
Like, I feel like we've evolved enough as a nation. We've had enough comedy at our fingertips to tell when someone's being actually malicious and making a joke.
Yeah. No, exactly.
I guess race is one of the harder things to draw that line on.
I mean, I don't think if you're white, you should be being like using the N-word shit like that in a comedy
different.
scene.
That's
like,
different.
That's not.
But same. I mean, I hate to say it, stereotypes are funny to me. They always have been. Yeah. And and I feel like I'm only allowed to say that because I know they are stereotypes, Yeah,
and it's also in terms of like comedic value. Like, tasteful, stereotypical jokes can be funny.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm just saying, like, not gonna do a stereotypical joke because I don't have it on the top of my head. I don't want to be offensive.
We don't want to be a soundbite.
We don't want to be a soundbite. Yeah, but just like saying distasteful shit that just saying it because it's edgy to be edgy, it doesn't work out all the time.
Yeah, it can be funny in that sense, but at the same time, like that's where you're like when the line starts to blur a little bit.
Yeah, well, like you have to have actual thought into it.
Yeah, like it has to be for the purpose of making people laugh, not for taking people down.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it.
It's... I always like this argument of, like, political correctness' place in comedy.
Yeah.
Because I always liked hearing, like, the comedians part of it. And I liked hearing Dave Chappelle just because he's kind of, like... He's a minority comic.
Yeah.
Who makes a lot of stereotype and racist and incorrect jokes. Politically incorrect jokes.
Yeah, but that shit's hilarious.
Oh, God, yeah. Some of his early specials were horrifically racist, but they were funny, and he didn't mean it.
No, it wasn't like just going after races. No one fucking does that. No comedian does that.
No successful comedian does that.
Yeah. Like, you can be shitty and go to your open mic night and just spew garbage.
Yeah, exactly. You can literally just feed into that racism, and people laugh. But, like, a successful comedian doesn't make it big off of just being a racist Butthead, yeah. I don't know. I guess people can make the case that maybe that's not true, but I don't know. Like, they're a comedian. Their job is to make people laugh. They're not trying to, like... If they inadvertently hurt people, that just means the joke didn't land for that person, like you said.
Yeah. And that's fine. Because if you're going to be a successful comedian, you're going to bomb.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to make everyone laugh in the crowd, and you're definitely not going to make everyone in the crowd agree with what you're saying.
Agreed. It's just you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some. But congratulations to Dave Chappelle on winning the Mark Twain Award for American humor.
I didn't know Mark Twain was a comedian. No, that's fine.
No,
he's got a nice house.
He does have a nice house. I was there, I think, last year.
Really?
Yeah, I went with my one of my uncles, or I guess great uncle technically, came to Connecticut, and he was like, "Oh, let's go do some sights." And I'm like, "We're in Connecticut. Guess it's the Mark Twain house."
Yeah. Well, there's if you want to go like foliage watching.
It was summer.
Maybe not.
Or no, it was spring.
Oh. Well, spring's got some goodies sometimes.
They're trees, brother.
I know. But sometimes it's nice.
Anyways, anywho.
You got...
You want to go on to our next topic?
I mean, this one you put in, but Prince Memoir said that he hated Ed Sheeran and Katy Perry's music, and same.
So, I think this was more in, like, letters that he was writing to who was writing his memoir, but I don't know, I kind of put it in just because it made me laugh that he called these two in specific out. And, like, it's kind of that same thing of, like, when Scorsese was calling Marvel not cinema. Like, it's just when another creator's views don't line up with another's. And I guess it's kind of like it's more of a feels bad in this case because they can't fire back at Prince because he's dead.
That's the worst. When a dead person talks shit about you and you can't clap back.
Yeah, like, imagine if, like, Katy Perry or Ed Sheeran were so out of touch that they tweet out, like, "Hey, fuck you, Prince."
Just like, hey, Ed.
He's
not here anymore.
He's what?
Let's just say he's on the Twitterverse in the sky.
Oh, man, I regret saying that.
Yet, I take full responsibility for my actions, and I am so sorry. But, backtracking to, like, Scorsese being mad about Netflix, directors are mad now because Netflix is implementing a, ×2 speed and 0.5 speed for, like, mobile. And, they're like, "Oh, that's not cinema!" And
Shut up.
It's like, no fucking shit. Like, I'm watching fucking The Office on my phone. That's not cinema.
If
I want to watch shit. I want to watch shit.
Exactly. If I want to rewatch Parks and Rec for the 15th time, might as well watch it on double speed, see what it's like.
Yeah, like, I never understood that whole, elitist for cinematography. Like, I get, like, there's definitely some shit that you should watch in theaters. Yeah. Over on your phone, and that's fine. That's all well and good, but not be like, you need to watch Thor 3 on the big screen, or else you're not watching it at all.
Yes. Shut up. Just shut up.
Goddamn man.
I'm paying for the service. Let me watch it exactly how the frick I want.
Oh yeah, I'm paying for the service.
Oh.
I am legally paying for the service.
You know, it actually was kind of funny. I've been using Netflix probably for like 3 or 4 years now, and I've never... hold on, let me just cover the mic a little bit. I have never paid for it, and to be honest, I've forgotten for a period of time of whose I've been using.
I also like the fact that you put your hands up to the mic as if the noise you're making from your mouth doesn't travel around your hands.
Well, it was more for a comedic effect than anything.
I know.
But even like when I wasn't talking to the person for like a year, I was still using their Netflix.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure like I was dating someone, not for long, but like long enough for me to get their Netflix password and shit. And then like a year after, they're like, "Hey, are you still using my Netflix?" And I was like, "No."
I don't know, am I?
No, I canceled that a long time ago. And they're like, "Well, why is it at your address?" And I'm like, "Dude,
it's weird.
Crazy stuff."
Guess I never signed out on my PS4, sorry.
Sorry. Dude, I never signed out on my Wii.
Your Wii. Dude, I think, doesn't the Wii have a Netflix app?
Yes.
It looks terrible, though.
It has YouTube too, yeah, it's just so bad.
The quality is poo.
Well, you can only expect so much from the Wii. It did its time, and now it's time for the Switch. It's time to switch it up, you know what I mean? Last topic I want to end on, because I love leaving on a depressing note. Autopsy shows that everyone's right. Epstein did not kill himself.
Well, okay. So, segueing off something depressing, like, I think a lot of people were like, yeah, he probably didn't.
Yeah.
But what I like is the memes that have come from this of like, it's like a perfectly normal meme, or not even like a meme. It's like, all right, remember, here's what I tell my kids the night before bed, just so they grow up knowing, you know, what the right thing to do is. 1, treat people how you want to be treated. 2, always brush your teeth when you wake up and when you go to sleep. And 3, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
I know. Like, I didn't want to bring it, like, I brought it up because, like, they found strangulation was more homicidal than suicidal. And it's like, yeah, we knew that. But I just like that this is the new, Bush did 9/11.
It is the new Bush did 9/11.
Because, like, that was the shit you'd say, and now it's just, Epstein didn't kill himself. And I like that, because I also saw another one that was like, liberals think Trump and Epstein fuck kids, and then it's like Trump supporters think, don't bite my pumpkin.
It's actually a gourd.
It is a gourd, yeah. But, Trump supporters, oh, Clinton and Epstein fuck kids, and it's like me, all rich white people fuck kids.
Jeez. No, it's see, the thing is, it's like it's a gross topic all the way around.
Yeah, but it's better when you can meme about it.
Even when the memes catch you very off guard.
Oh yeah.
I kind of dislike it though, because in every like other meme now on Reddit, it's just like Epstein didn't kill himself. It's like, all right, like,
okay, I got it, but keep going. That's the way I see it.
Yeah?
I'm so stuffy.
You're so stuffy?
Dude, my work is so dusty at the moment, and like I can't.
Like you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not like 9'5", so I can't reach the ceiling to undust it. But like my boss is fully content with just making it the dustiest place possible. So I'm sneezing like 20 times a day. I got boogies flowing. It's like I can't print T-shirts with this condition.
Sneeze directly into someone's shirt, fold it, and mail it to them.
I may have done, not that, but I may have like sneezed on a shirt and had to replace it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was bad.
And spreading the plague.
Yeah, well, this one lady I work with, she's always mean to me. And she was like, how'd you manage to do that? And I'm like, I'm fucking sick. What do you want? Like, I'm not sneezing in my fucking flannel. I'm not getting boogies all on that.
Jeez.
I actually, speaking of my work, some people's designs they want for like schools and shit, it's incredible. And also, my favorite thing today was, because we'll do like heat sealing where we put like numbers and names on the back of like jerseys and shit. There was drill team sweatshirts, and the fucking names they had on them were the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The triple XL was Boom Boom. They had J Shizzle. They had G Unit.
Those are some boomer names.
They're boomer ass names, but they're like younger than us.
That's because their parents chose them.
Maybe
it has to be.
There was L Dog. Oh, there was Mud Dog Marilyn.
That's like a shit name.
They were all
Why she called Mud Dog?
They were all shit. I mean, Mud Dog's probably like a good name if you're like a professional Call of Duty player.
Mud Dog? That's what Granddad calls his Vietnam vet friend.
Mud Dog. You know what? Actually, you're kind of right.
Like, it's not a fun name.
It's just a boomer.
And Jay Schnizzle? Like, what the hell are you? 2007? Go back there.
They were like all. The only thing I could picture them is like. Do you remember what a drill team was? Where they like come out there like stomping and clapping to songs.
Step team. That's a step team.
Yeah, step team.
Drill teams are different, but
is
yeah.
it? I thought it was the same shit. But could you like? I'm picturing them coming out in like fucking Jinko jeans, and baggy ass sweatshirt.
Yo, Jinko jeans, bro.
They're coming back.
You gonna buy a pair?
God, no.
I feel like we've talked about this before for some reason. I
like when my pants are like kind of tight, like skinny. I'm not like
he likes you to see everything.
Yeah. No, I don't like.
He wears yoga pants.
I wish I could, to be honest.
I have once.
Yeah.
Not like out in public. It was just like, I wonder how these feel. Very exposed is the answer.
Yeah, it's like you're not wearing anything kind of deal.
Well, it's more like I felt like everyone could see exactly what I was all about, if you catch my drift.
I understand.
And if you're wondering whose they were, well, I'm not going to disclose that because it'll probably take me in a deeper hole. Regardless, it was for science, and I was inebriated.
Sometimes you stop at Abercrombie and Fitch and pick up a pair of yoga pants. It's not just me.
Yeah, it's not fucking weird. And those Uggs I bought with them, too, not weird. And that Hannah Montana wig, it was for Halloween.
It was hot. Bobby, it's February.
Did you have a good Halloween, by the way?
I did.
Did you do anything interesting?
I went to visit my parents because my aunt was in town. That was nice. I got the leftover candy from my parents, so that's sitting on my kitchen table.
Never to be eaten.
Huh?
Never to be eaten.
Nope, they will. Well, I ate like all of the Kit Kats and Twix out of there, and I think it's just Almond Joys and Snickers now. Maybe I'll eat a Snicker, but I'm not fucking with Almond Joys.
I feel that. I saw a movie. That was about it.
Yeah.
It was it, too. Saw that again.
Was that good? You liked it?
Was good. Sober, actually. And the jokes, still funny.
Yeah. I can get behind it.
Yeah. Mostly because I didn't remember the jokes.
Was it as good as the first one? People will ask.
See, I don't know. Like, there are, like, two completely different movies. Because, like, the first one was all about, the losers, right?
Uh-huh.
But the second one was more about, like, the actual thing. The, creature.
Yeah, I got you.
The giga weirdo, you know what I'm saying?
They were all giga weirdos, too.
They're all giga. But Ben got hot, so...
Ben got fucking Smoke Show City.
Yeah. Actually, when we end the podcast, I think I have another reason why to go back what I was mentioning before the podcast.
I don't remember.
It's okay.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. Sorry, I'm just completing my donation. Yep, that's us.
You're a good human.
Top of the list, 5 I said plant the tree, listen to the podcast.
Plant a tree, listen to the podcast. And on that, folks, that has been...
The Tree Cast.
The Tree Cast. Go donate. You can donate $1 and that even helps.
I'll put a link in the description.
It has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 53. Thank you for tuning in, folks. We're on Twitter and Instagram. The handle for both of those is the Frying Pan Pod. And we are on Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, Podbean, and YouTube. So thank you for tuning in on any of those. And if you could leave a star rating, a comment, we'd really appreciate that. You can also send your constructive criticism over to our email, which is inthepanpodcast@gmail.com, as well as with any business inquiries. And for the last time, this has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 53. I've been your co-host, Robert D'Onofrio.
I've been your main host, Robert D'Onofrio.
We've been all Robert D'Onofrio. So have a good one, Robert D'Onofrio.
Take care, my little D'Onofrios. Spread your wings and fly.
Spread your wings and die.
Whoa, dude.
Wait.
You can't say that.
Alright, we can't end on that note. Fuck!